Happy release day, everybody. It is finally January 30th and Crescent City 3 is out. I am avoiding social media like the plague this morning because everybody that I know was at a release party last night and I don't want to see any spoilers. I'm so jealous of everybody that managed to get to one, but I have just woken up. It is 8:07. I am gonna get ready and Waterstones near me opens at 9, so I'm gonna be there for 9 o'clock in the morning and knocking on the door to hopefully get myself just a normal copy. I've got the day off work. I have done as much uni work yesterday as I possibly could, so today I can read all day guilt-free and just fully get into it. For now, I'm just going to do my makeup and get ready. I'm so excited.
What's wrong with your face? Only joking. Obviously, I love you.
Okay, I think I'm ready. I will preference this video by saying I'm going to be talking about the book. So if you haven't read any of Sarah J Maas's books, I wouldn't watch this video. I'm hoping that if you're watching this, you are just as excited as me for the release of this new book, and so you know what's happened. So if you haven't, click off now. This is your only warning, otherwise you're going to get so many spoilers. I genuinely am not sure where this is going to go because we don't know at what point the last book left off in the other world, if that makes sense. What are they going to do? Who's going to help? How are they going to help? Are they going to help, or are they going to fucking put her in the mountain? There's so many possibilities that could happen. Or she fucks us over and we don't see anything of what Bryce is up to, and this book is solely about Hunt and everybody else. I hope that's not the case, but it could be. I mean, you never know. This could just be a book following everybody else and then the next one is Bryce, which I hope isn't the case, because we also know that she's writing another book for the ACOTAR series, so that book could be following Bryce and all of them lot, and then this book has nothing to do with them. I hope that's not the case, but imagine if it is. I would be livid, I think, if that was the case. Okay, it is 8:30. I'm gonna put my shoes on now. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk to Waterstones. I'm gonna go and get some breakfast first and then head straight to Waterstones, basically. Okay, I need to not be on social media because that is just going to kill me. It's up on the Waterstones app now as well. Okay, let's go. Home, I sat in coffee number 1 for a couple of hours just reading, and oh, it's so good. I'm like loving it so much already, and there's like a lot happening, loads of different storylines, and I'm just trying to like take it slow so that I'm not like speeding through and missing things, but oh my god, I'm loving it so much. I'm on chapter, let me see what chapter I'm actually on of this beauty. It's so pretty. Oh my god, it's stunning. So I ended up getting 2 copies, which I know is a bit excessive. So I've got this one to read now and then a Waterstone exclusive edition as well. I'm just about to start chapter 5, page 64. So far we've seen Rhys, Amren and Asriel talking to Bryce and kind of trying to get information out of her. And it's really funny because she like describes Rhys as such a like powerful and like scary person. You just think he is, but he's not at the same time. So she's trying to like figure out how much she should or shouldn't tell them about everything pretty much. The Star Sword has come into play with the dagger, so that's interesting, and I think that's probably how she's ended up there, is that kind of when she went in with the sword, they kind of that like pulled them to each other, so that's interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to reread ACOTAR and like try and figure out all these things, because there's a lot of like references to what they know and what Bryce knows, and so it's like, where does it match up and what is actual, like what actually happened and what, yeah, like it's just trying to like connect the dots between the two. So I'm gonna have to reread that soon, which I'm not sad about. I love ACOTAR. So we've seen that they've taken her to like a cell, but they're not locking her up, they're not like putting handcuffs on her or anything like that. They're feeding her. I think they're just trying to figure out what to do, and obviously Bryce is like wary. She's not sure what to tell them, what she should or shouldn't divulge to them, so that's like interesting. I'm hoping that with time she realizes that they're not the bad guys in this situation, but we'll see. What else have we seen up to this point? Ethan and the wolf that he freed, they are working to try and figure something out and like understand what the fuck's gone on, and I think so where I've just left off, Sabine has kind of cornered them and found them. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Hunt, oh my god, it just makes me sad thinking about it. Like, what's happened to him and Rune and Baxian, like, oh my god, it's horrible. And then Rune, he absolutely hates the Hind, and like, I get it. But at the same time, like, I really do think they're mates, and it just breaks my heart. Every time, like, he just dismisses her and she's just reaching out, and oh my god, it's horrible. I hate it. I'm going to carry on reading for a little bit now before I have some lunch. It's definitely taking me longer to like read. I'm only on page 64 and I've been reading for like an hour and 20 minutes, I think, and I kept like stopping to look at Instagram and things, so it's taking me like a little bit longer. I need to like just fully get into it, but so much is going on. I'm like reading slower to fully take it in, but I'm loving it so far. It's so good. It is 11:51. I am going to read for as long as I can until I get starving. I've got my book, I've got an iced coffee, I'm good to go. Let's hope that I can get some good progress made in this book today. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I'm also so glad that she's still doing the dual POVs, because it would have killed me if it was like a Tog situation with the tandem read where we had this book was like just Hunt's side of things and then the other book was Bryce's. I think that would have killed me. I'm so glad it's not that. Just starting chapter 7 and oh my god, I'm loving it. I am a Nesta lover. I identify with Nesta so much and loved her kind of journey and her development, and I've just finished chapter 6 and Bryce and Nesta are like together now and they're exploring the caves, and the star on Bryce's chest is like directing her and telling her to go this way. I don't know what's going on. Obviously Nesta being Nesta and everything that happened with her, and now Bryce with the tattoo on her back being made. I don't know what that kind of means with them teaming up, and the sword that Nesta has as well, that's kind of calling to her. So I'm just looking forward to kind of seeing where this part of the story goes with Nesta and Bryce together. I feel like they could be a formidable force together, and she seems to kind of be like questioning if they're the bad guys or if they will genuinely help her. It says it was a better reaction than Bryce could have hoped for, especially from the Fae. So I think she's like starting to kind of think, oh well, maybe they're not as bad. I don't know, I've still got a long way to go. Adis and Apollyon have just spoken to Athalar and they've realised that Bryce didn't find them. So Hunt's just found out that Bryce obviously didn't go to Hal, and then they've just ended like this whole thing and they've not told him where they think she is, but they said it is possible, Adis said to his brother, ignoring Hunt entirely after everything. Don't fall into romanticisms. So they must know where she's gone. And they've put it together, or Bryce has put it together, that of the two places that Prythian, or where she is that third world that beat them. So do Apollyon and Adis know this? That's one. I have a suspicion, but I can't tell you, Athalar. Lest Rigidus wring it from you. Though he had likely already arrived at the same conclusion. So he's figured it out as well. But what does that mean? Can they get there? If they can, how? If they can't get there, what next? And then they said, what was the point in watching me from the shadows? To ensure that we can continue to rely on you when the time comes. To do what? Hunt ground out. What you were born to do. To accomplish the task for which your father brought you into existence. And then you spent too long asking the wrong questions. What the fuck does that mean? The black crown once again circling your brow is not a new torment from the Asteri. It has existed for millennia. What the fuck does that mean? The black crown. Stay alive, Athalar. Fuck! What does that mean? Okay, I'm happy that the Hind is helping. It seems to be that she's helping. I'm not sure what she was doing with the Fire Sprite Queen. That's a little bit kind of weird. But she's found Declan and Ethan and all that lot. She's found them and was asking them for help. And I really, 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 really hope that it actually works and she manages to get them out. My only thing is, where are they going to go? Because there's nowhere that will be safe for them unless they can get on the boat. But I just don't know. I'm glad that she's helping him though, and it just breaks my heart because he hates her, but she knows, and she still wants to help them. She could just help herself, but she's not. Rune is valuable to me. I feel so bad for her. Just finished chapter 13. I'm a little bit, not confused, but like, what's going on? There's just a lot of like, I don't know, like hints at things, if that's the right word. I'm not quite sure. So Bryce is in the tunnel still with Nesta and Asriel now. And that's kind of, it's really interesting to kind of see. And Nesta spoke about the tattoo that she had that was the same 8-pointed star that Bryce has on her chest. And she said, the magic, the power of the bargain that caused the tattoo to appear, it chose the design. The star meant nothing to me. I thought maybe it was related to my training, but its shape was identical to the star on your chest. So we're obviously destined to be best friends, Bryce teased. And so there's definitely some sort of connection. I don't know whether Nesta's power will help Bryce in some way, or both of them together will have like something to do with something of what, I don't know yet. Whether Nesta can charge Bryce up enough to go back, I don't know. I'm on page 148 now. I'm enjoying it. There's just so much going on. She's been basically dropping blood as a trail for the worm to find them. And it just sucks because, like, I know who Nesta and Asriel are, and I just think, like, oh, I just wish she would trust them and not do this. But I think it's necessary, but at the same time, like, oh, they're the good people, and I know that she doesn't want, like, I don't know, I know why, but it just sucks because I just think, like, oh, she just needs to trust them. I think they would help her. She's gone back. Okay. We can breathe again. She's gone back to help them. I hope she, like, nothing's happened. I'm hoping that it wouldn't be that, like, quick that something bad would happen, but she's gone back. She's come back. We're fine. I love it. Like, all the games that they're playing with each other. Bryce is, like, not telling them everything and thinking that she's one step ahead, but it's Nesta and Asriel. Of course they know what she's up to. It's just, oh my god, it's so good to just know who she's dealing with, but she doesn't know who she's dealing with. But as, like, the outsider, I'm just reading it thinking, fuck yeah, you go, Nesta. So she's just put the mask on to try and, well, to kill the worm, and to get her to take the mask off again. Asriel's saying, like, Cassian's waiting for you at home, and then Feyre and Elaine, and then he goes, Nyx is waiting for you too. And I just think, oh god, like, how far has she come from the start? And now, like, the family and her nephew is, like, what makes her come back down to earth. I just love it. Rune's just said, you're dead to me, and it breaks my heart. Like, I know why he feels like that, and I know everything, but still, oh god, it's horrible. I feel for her and I feel for him, and I just, oh, it breaks my heart. There's definitely something about the sword and the dagger. Asriel's just kind of hit the star with his power, and she described it as undiluted compared to Hunt's power. So there's definitely something that they're doing to everybody and their power. There's something that is kind of restricting it, and compared to Asriel's power and everybody there, it's diluted. The sword and the dagger is like singing to her, foreshadowing. She had a feeling that whatever waited at the end of these tunnels would be way worse. Oh my god, I thought it was the cauldron then. When Ethan went into the Viper's office, there was the mother they, like, worship, I guess. And then Asriel's just said, talking about the cauldron, the mother poured it into this world and from it life blossomed. So is that the same person? Possibly. Nesta and Bryce have just found, and Asriel have just found, or they've come to the end, from what I can tell, and they've found an 8-pointed star on this big wall, and it's just like opened a door. Think that that's what that is in the kind of front of the book. This is what they've just found. So this is very, very important, and I don't know why, but I'm assuming that that's what that is that they've just seen, and what they've just opened is this triangle door here, because it says, and in the lowest spike of the star a triangle of a door slid open, which is that. So that's interesting. I have no idea what it means or what it's for, but it's nice to know why that's in the front, and it's obviously important. I am on page 175. It's going well. It is 3:30 now, so I've been reading for, god, a fair few hours. I have had lunch and been on TikTok in that time and put some washing out and things, so I haven't just been sat here, but I'm enjoying it. Is this like a gate? Is that what it could be? They found the prison, and it's the last place that Nesta saw the star. I'm so confused. Fuck. The
harpy's been fixed, which means her time is almost up. Lydia is almost going to be like found out before she can get Rune, Hunt, Vaxian out. Oh, fuck. And Bryce is just still on the star in the bottom of the prison. It's all just kicking off. What else is going to fucking happen in this book? Oh my god. We were forced to make the tithe to them once a year, to offer up kernels of our power in tribute, to fuel their own power, and to limit our own. That's what they're doing. It's the same thing, and to limit our own. Oh my god. So the drop, oh my god. That is heavy shit. I am on chapter 20, and well, just discovered basically how, like, they got there, basically. And it's just heavy. Fuck. It's good to know how this has happened, and like the crossover between the worlds and all of that kind of stuff. Like, that's really good to know and like understand, I guess. But fuck. Page 204 now. So I've made a really good dent. I mean, it doesn't look like it when you look at it like that. I just need some time now to like sit down again and read it, because this is going to be hefty. And it's really interesting because we're not seeing and we're not getting like Nesta's thoughts or anything like that. So I think the next ACOTAR book might be of their like point of view, I think, because obviously this is Bryce, this is her story. So then the ACOTAR books, is that going to have Nesta and Asriel's like thinking whilst this is going on? And also like Rhys and Feyre, we haven't heard anything from Feyre. She's not played a part at all. So I wonder if the next ACOTAR book will be their point of view whilst this is all going on. Possibly, because it'll be interesting to see what they're thinking and what they're like wondering, because I'm only getting Bryce's point of view. So maybe that's what the next ACOTAR book will be, which I'm excited for. So I'm just about to start chapter 26, and we've just met the Asteri that was under the prison in Perithian. It all is just very complicated, and there's so many like new bits of information coming out that I'm like, I don't understand any of this. So we've just found out how Bryce has got the ability and the areas in which that she's able to like go between, because they're thinner, which makes sense. I don't know. Still can't predict where this is going, and it's a lot of information being thrown at me right now. Who apparently killed her, but I don't believe that it's that easy. I don't know. I'd feel like she'll be back again at some point for some reason. Okay, I'm on part 2, The Search, on page 268, and she may have found a way home. I don't know. She's absorbed some power and then figured out that all of the things that she needed to open the gate were there. She used her star and the horn and then crystal from the tomb and everything to get back. I'm disappointed that we didn't see any more of like Rhysand or any of Feyre or anything like that, but I do kind of think that that will be a part of the next ACOTAR book. I think it's intentional to keep them kind of separate, and we will probably see more of them again in this book. There's bound to be some like overlap where they find out where she was been. I don't know. But I'm on part 2. I don't know how many parts there are, probably 3. My fiance's playing a game. So I'm hoping that we see a little bit more, but I've loved like seeing them together. And it's so interesting because Nesta says, you're as much of a monster as they are. And Bryce said, love will do that to you. And I just think it's so interesting that two characters that like do what they need to do for the ones that they love are like meeting each other, because it's just so interesting. I'm like, I don't know who to root for because I'm rooting for both of them and I love them both so much, but one is like a selfish thing for one hurts the other, so it's like which side am I on? So she's back, but she landed with her dad, so that's not good. Or her sire. I don't know. I kind of feel like he's gonna help. He's just said, I'm like willing for a redemption arc for him. I have now given in, bought it on my Kindle because I just want to be comfy when I'm reading, and a big, thick hardback just doesn't feel the same as this. So I am just about to start chapter 32. She has had conversations with her dad. The wards are keeping her in, but they're also keeping her protected and safe. I am heading out for a meal with the family in like 20 minutes. So I'm going to read for a little bit in my car while I wait for them all to arrive. Only 36% of the way through this book, and so much has already happened. So I don't know what's going to happen next. If she kills off the Hind before Rune and her get to reunite, I'm going to be pissed. I want to make a really good dent in this because dodging spoilers on social media is just driving me insane. And people keep posting spoilers, which is even worse, but that's another issue. I am 38% of the way through this book and I need to be further in, I think. I keep seeing so many people have finished it and I just want to be able to like finish it. I just want to know what happens. It's not going as like slow as I thought it would, so it's obviously like she's obviously got something big planned. I've just got to the point where the Hind has kind of sacrificed herself. I'm hoping that she doesn't die because I really like her and I think she deserves a chance to kind of tell her story. Like, I want to know more about her and why. I'm on chapter 35 on my Kindle, which is so much nicer to read on. See, now this is the best thing about reading on a Kindle. I'm just so comfy. I can't believe she's actually dying. What the fuck? She let out a choked bloody laugh as she died. I really hope she's not dead. They saved her. I'm so happy. And Rune is like refusing treatment. He's not letting them give him first light because he wants her to have it. He wished Bryce were with him, not just to sleep beside him and to remind him that he'd made it out, but he needed his best friend. Oh my god. I just love that she just doesn't give him anything. Like, I'm really not sure what the Autumn King is like doing, what his involvement is or anything like that, but she just plays him so well. You little bitch, he hissed, and Bryce let the shackle from her other wrist tumble to the ground. You have no idea who you're fucking with. I do, a useless, pathetic loser. She actually went to his willingly. She played him so fucking well. Oh my god, I love that. He didn't dare move as she bopped him on the nose with the star sword tip. Oh my god, I love it. How could he feel such relief about someone he hated so much? How could he hate someone whose life mattered more to him than his own? Rune. She's got sons. Oh my god. You hand him over, a female voice drawled from the open doorway, and you'll have a third queen pissed at you. Tharion's stomach bottomed out. Bryce Quinlan swept through the doorway and winked at the Ocean Queen. Tharion serves me. Oh my god. She's back, bitches. She's back. Hunt had left his body. Maybe he died. That was Bryce in the doorway, smirking at the Ocean Queen. She was Bryce, and yet she was not. There was something different in her posture, in the way the light seemed to shimmer from her. She was older somehow, not in any line or wrinkle, but in her eyes. You're my home, Hunt. Our love spans across stars and worlds, remember? I'll always find you. Lydia's story makes me sad. I really want, like, and I don't know. It sucks, and she's got such a good point. Would you have listened if I had no backstory other than realising what was right and wanting to fight for it, of doing whatever it took to make sure the good prevailed against tyranny? Or does my being a mother somehow make my choices more palatable to you? Yeah, she's got a point. So what's the sob story, Lydia? You don't deserve to hear it. Whew, you go, girl. So much has now happened, and it's obviously getting to that point now in a Sarah J Maas book where it's all coming together. So the last thing that I can remember reading is Ethan is now Prime. Sabine killed the Prime. That was fucking nuts. So he's now Prime, which I haven't seen any of the effects from that yet. Bryce opened a portal, not to Hal, which was interesting, but she opened a portal to Nesta and basically gave Nesta her parents. So her parents have just been shoved into this other world, not knowing, so that's going to be interesting. I know why she did it, it was just really funny. So that's happened. She now has the mask, and she wore the mask. It was a bit anticlimactic with the harpy, because there was this big thing about like her being brought back to life, and then she's shown on the security feed that she's eating all of these guards, and then Bryce just wears the mask and kills her, which is like, I get that that's what the mask is, but it was like a bit anticlimactic. Why couldn't we have seen like a little bit more of her destruction? Like, rather than just seeing her once and then, oh, she's dead, okay. And I think the last thing I left off was she took the mask off, which is good, at least we know that she can take it off, and Celestina had just shown up. So, and we don't, I kind of feel like she's somewhat good because she showed up with her Triari, which are obviously Hunt's friends. So I'm hoping that she's somewhat good. I don't know. So I'm hoping that I'll get to finish it today. I think I've probably got 2.5 hours left in it. So I should be able to finish that tonight. And I know that I want to kind of be able to react to it because it was like so late last night that I just didn't even want to like get my camera out and start talking about it because it was so late. And I know, I'm glad like I stopped when I did because I would have stayed up all night, finished it, and then it would have just been over. It is time. I'm reading in the bath because I'm so tired, but I have got 3 hours left. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it tonight because work ran late and then I had to make tea and I've only just settled down for the night and it is like 8 o'clock already, so I'm not going to be able to finish it tonight, but I should make a really good chunk. And then I was going to go to work tomorrow, but I'm not now. I'm going to go in on Thursday, so tomorrow morning I should be able to finish it, which I'm so excited for. I am just about to start chapter 81 and she's opened the gate to hell, which is scary. I kind of think that that's going to fuck them over and I don't know why, because all signs point to that they're going to help, but there's just something in me that thinks that they're going to help and then they're going to backstab them. Like it's going to be something, I'm not sure. Pollux has just taken Lydia's kids as well, which is really sad. Ethan is now prime, he's still trying to see his brother and he heard like a howl or something from the bone quarter and he's sure that it's his brother. So I'm wondering like what's going on with that. I don't know, it just all seems too neat at this point, like everything is coming together, so I'm just wondering what's going to go wrong. Interesting. Celestina has said that she's going to help, but I don't know how much I believe that. She's just flown off and going to go and keep him occupied. But is she? Or is she just going to go and warn the Asteri that they're coming like she did before? I don't know. It's really like, seems too neat and too easy. Not easy, but you know what I mean. Oh fuck. See, I knew it was too easy. Do you think I didn't know the moment you opened the Northern Rift? The Asterian Guard exploded into the streets of the Eternal City. Fuck. They should have got everyone out sooner. They should... Oh, fuck. Oh, he knew that she had the mask as well. He was watching through the Harpy's eyes. I am not okay. I have 11% left in this book and I really, really want to finish it right now. I could just sit here and finish it. But I also have so much uni work to do. So it sucks. I've got some interviews for my dissertation this morning and later on today, so I'm gonna get ready and kind of prep for those. And then I know that like I know from here on out, being a Sarah J Maas book, that the rest of this book is going to kind of like consume me. I need to sit down in one sitting and just finish this book. So I don't want to kind of carry on reading now because I just know that if I try and stop, it's all going to go wrong. And I need to just sit down and finish it all. I'm going to kind of go through my predictions of what I think is going to happen, because I knew that like it was too easy, and it was. Rigulus, I'm assuming that's how we say his name, I'm just gonna say it like that. He knows that they had the mask because he saw it through the Harpy's eyes, so he knows that they had the mask already, so he's been preparing for it. So I don't think he was just in this meeting and like busy that they were like hoping he was. I feel like he was doing something else. I don't know if he knew that they were planning on kind of resurrecting all of the angels and their wings and then commandeering the mech suits. I don't know if that's like, if he'd have guessed that that's what they were going to do. I'm not sure. I feel like someone's going to die and I don't know who, but someone is going to. I don't think it'll be Bryce. I don't think it'll be Hunt, because that's just like too obvious. And I feel like she did that with Feyre and Rhysand, that she wouldn't do that with them. But I feel like it's going to be somebody that we've kind of learnt to love this book. Whether it's Darian, but then is he a big enough kind of character? I don't know. I don't know. But I do feel like someone's going to die. And it's really like stressful trying to figure it out. Everyone has kind of, as Ethan calls it, leveled up, which is great. And I think it kind of goes to show the difference between the ACOTAR books and this book, why the Fae are so much more powerful in Prythian, obviously because they haven't been infected with this, and so there's like powers and there's things coming out that people just didn't know about. But then the one thing that's like interesting is Ethan, I can't remember the wolf's name, Perry or something, she took the antidote
and he said like she was an Omega no more, and then when he went back and he sniffed her, she was back to being an Omega. So I'm like, what's gone on there? Is there something wrong with the antidote, or did she not take it? Because he hinted at that, like almost as if she hadn't taken it in the first place. I think there's something more going on with her or the wolves or the antidote maybe, I don't know. But that's like a little Easter egg worth like remembering. I loved Saskia, Flynn's sister. I absolutely adored her. I think that's going to be something that kind of comes back around maybe in like the next book or towards the end of this book. I'm going to go and do some uni work. I need to prep for my dissertation interviews. So I have an hour before my next dissertation interview. I've been doing some uni work for a little bit and my brain is a little bit fried, so I'm going to read. I've got an hour and 40 minutes left of the book according to my Kindle. So I'm going to read for an hour now, see how far I can get, and then do my interview and then hopefully finish it tonight. I do have to cook tea and it is like date night for me and Rodri, so maybe not, but I really hope I can finish it today. It's killing me not knowing how this ends. I did also just go book shopping as like a little reward for doing so much uni work, and picked up Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I've read The Love Hypothesis. It was one of the first books I ever read a couple of years ago when I was getting back into reading, and I really enjoyed it, but I haven't read anything else that she's done just because I don't know. I enjoyed The Love Hypothesis, but if I was to read it again now, I don't think I would enjoy it as much as I did when I first read it, if that makes sense. But I picked this up, I started reading it in the bookstore and it seemed good, and I think it's more of a fantasy anyway, so I'm interested to see how that translates in her writing. So we'll see, but I just picked that up today. Just thought I'd share that little bit of knowledge with you all. You don't fuck with a woman and her kids. Lydia is gonna kill everyone if she doesn't get her kids back. Wait, Rune shot her? The Asterian guards swept out into the hills and valleys below, their mech suits marching among them, and where they struck, demons died. Do you think, Ada's mused, that they have any idea what's about to happen to them? No, Hunt said, smiling darkly, and neither does Rigula. Bryce slid the mask back on, and its ungodly leeching presence ate into her soul, but the star inside her seemed to hold the mask at bay. That'll teach him to think he can outsmart us. They left some of the Howl's army waiting for them. It's so funny, like, I think of like battle scenes in Akatar or something like that, and it's just so funny where you've got like messaging Declan, like she's just texting him during battle, like you just don't get that in like Akatar or anything like that. You don't get people just texting each other like, yeah, cool, where I go. So she's commanding that the souls of the fallen occupy the mech suits. The eyes of the suits blazed again. Bryce saw the nearest mech suit lift its metal arm in front of its face, watched its fingers wriggle with something like wonder. Then it turned to the closest Asterian guard and bashed the soldier's head in. Oh, fuck. If Tharion dies... She's my mate, you fucker. Oh my god, I think Tharion might be dead. I love you. I fell in love with you in the depths of my soul. My soul that will find yours again in the next life. Oh my god. Tharion might be dead. Rune's gone. Yeah, she's killed him. Oh, thank fuck for that. The Pollux can go fuck himself. Lydia's a badass. Lydia is a badass. She's just killed pretty much everyone with a thought. Who'd have thunk it, hey? She's the one that doused the flames in the caves. She got rid of them. For the first time in her miserable existence, she let the world see her for what she was, let herself see all that she was. Fuck yes. The fire sprites. We found her. Okay, Tharion's okay. We're good. Don't kill him. You destroy the First Light core and you destroy Midgard itself. What? 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 I fucking hate them. If we are denied our food, then we shall die. There is no purpose to your existence if not to sustain us. You are chattel. Fuck off. A void with no end. Oh my fucking god, she shot it. She actually fucking shot the gun. What the fuck? She's gone with them. What the fuck? I swear to fucking god, if Bryce is dead, I'm out. She's not actually gonna die. She left it open to come home. Fuck. They could both die. This is great. She's not dead. She's not dead. She's not dead. I'm just about to start chapter 99.
But I need to do my interview now. Fuck. Oh my god. I mean, yay, they beat the Asteri, but she can't be dead. 42 minutes left in this book. She's not dead. I refuse to believe that she's dead. There is no way. I really wish I didn't have to do this interview right now. Oh my god. I swear to fucking God, if Hypaxia fucks this resurrection up, I'm gonna be pissed. She's not the best necromancer in the world. She's not got the best track record. I'm sorry, is Jesper Roga about to die? Jesper's so fucking blunt. Do you know how hard it is to find a competent assistant? Oh, Ember and Nesta together. That's breaking my heart. No shit. I think that 8-pointed star was tattooed on you for a reason. Take that sword and go figure out why. Fuck. Is that going to be the next ACOTAR book? She's abolished the monarchy. Fuck. That's not going to end well. You're in the mud with the rest of us now. There are Pegasus in Avalon. I'm done. What a book. I don't even know. Oh my god. I loved it. From start to finish, I loved it. There are obviously parts in all Sarah J Maas books in particular that kind of, they're building up to things. There's a lot of discussions and there's a lot of kind of mystery and intrigue, and there was obviously that in this book, but at no point did I feel like, oh god, I've got to keep reading. I was like excited every time I picked up the book. It was just such a journey, and I'm really curious now about where she's taking this. We know that she's writing the 6th ACOTAR book, so is that going to be Nesta using the Star Sword to try and figure out why she's got the star tattoo? Like, what is the next book going to be about? Is it going to be their perspective of everything that's just happened? I just think it's going to be so interesting now that we've got that connection between the two, what she does with it. And also, I kind of want to know what happens in this world still. Like, it all seems really nice and like really good, but it's all not wrapped up neatly enough for me. Like, I need more, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a Crescent City 4. That would be amazing. But yeah, overall, I hope you've enjoyed watching this emotional roller coaster with me. Let me know in the comments below any of your thoughts or theories based on the next books and what you thought of this book. I'd be really interested to see your opinions on it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.